Whenever you're ready to begin, sir.
For some people, all forms of government are oppressive inherently. With monarchies, you have people who are born to power without properly earning it. And usually we're supposed to just assume that it's because of some divine rule. With dictatorships, even if someone has the best of intentions, absolute power always corrupts, absolutely. Even with democracies, there's the possibility that 51% of the population will end up taking away the rights of 49%. So for those people who feel that way, what's the solution? How about no government at all? That's where anarchy comes into play. Throughout the years, anarchy has been vilified and misunderstood, and today I'd like to clarify a few things about it. So, in this speech I would like to define anarchy, differentiate it from chaos, talk a little about the different kinds of anarchy, and touch a little on a few of the notable anarchists. So, what is anarchy? Well, there are quite a few definitions of the word. For the purposes of this speech, I'd like to concentrate on the following definition from the Oxford English Dictionary. Anarchy, a social state in which there is no governing person or group of people, but each individual has absolute liberty without the implication of disorder. What that means is, unlike in a chaotic state, where there is no order and thus no community, the anarchist state that I just defined does have a set way of doing things, but without the need of a government to enforce it. So is there law in an anarchist state? Yes, there has to be in order to prevent disorder. How is the law enforced? Well, it depends on the different types of anarchy, for which there are several of. For as the Oxford Companion to Philosophy states, there is no defining position that all anarchists hold, and those considered anarchists at best share a certain familiar resemblance. So, first up is anarcho-capitalism, which according to the Oxford Dictionary is based on belief in the freedom to own private property, a rejection of any form of governmental authority or intervention, and the upholding of the free market as the main mechanism for social interaction. So in layman's terms, business would be completely undeterred by any form of government. In an anarcho-capitalist state, all needs of society are provided by the free market. So going back to the question on how the law would be enforced, well, in an anarcho-capitalist society, there would be private law enforcement companies instead of military police run by the government. The term anarcho-capitalist was coined by Murray Rothbard, who many consider the father of that particular philosophy. In an interview for the New Banner, a fortnightly libertarian journal, he asserted, "Capitalism is the fullest expression of anarchism, and anarchism is the fullest expression of capitalism." On the other side of the spectrum, there is anarcho-communism. Although Karl Marx is mostly known for the invention of communism, he was also an anarchist. According to the critic of the Gotha program, socialism should not only replace capitalism, but also the government, thus creating a stateless, classless, pure communist society. His philosophy was the basis of anarcho-communism. According to Isaac Puent in Libertarian Communism, the freest form of social organization would be a society composed of self-governing communes with collective use of the means of production, organized by direct democracy and related to other communes through federation. Though some anarcho-communists believe that consensus democracy, which is a decision-making process that takes into consideration all viewpoints or as many viewpoints as possible, would be more suitable in order to protect individual freedom and prevent the situation I spoke of earlier, where 51% of the population takes away the rights of 49% of the people. So that's the beginner's course in anarchy. There are several other different forms of anarchy, but there are way too many to talk about in the time provided. So I hope you know a little bit more about the definition of anarchy, how it differs from chaos, and a little about the different kinds of anarchy. As whether it actually works, well, that's an argument for another day. Thank you very much.